Hello, everyone. My name is Nicole Pringle, and I'm the president of Gullah Business of Charleston. And I have the vice president here, Tiffany Savage.
Hello.
And today we have a special guest. I'm super excited. And you guys will be too, Yolanda McCray, Skyler M Style and Wellness. So we're going to get all about her journey into fashion and mental health and wellness. Thank you, Miss Yolanda, for coming on. Just if you could just tell us how you got started in your business of fashion and wellness.
So I've always been a person that loved clothes, accessories, and doing custom things. So I'm a creative person. So during the pandemic, just had some life changes that was happening, and I wanted just to take another step in life. So I wanted to help women look good, and I want to help women to be well. So I am a licensed social worker. So I try to combine two things that I love, fashion and helping people focus on wellness. So hence, that's how Skyler M Style and Wellness came about. So just out of a love for two things, and I combine them. Because I felt it's like, I think it's a need for women. Yeah.
Yeah, well, because if you look good, you feel good most of the time. You look at yourself in the mirror, like I like the way that put that outfit together and the colors, so that uplifts you a little bit.
What have been some challenges that you faced since you've started this business, especially since it's with a personal mission?
I would say time, because I do have a 9 to 5 and, trying to live life. So I would say time. And also, for a lot of other Black entrepreneurs, finances, I'm using my own money. Now, I was fortunate enough to receive $5,000 from FedEx e-commerce learning lab, which was such a great help. So I would say time, finances, and then sometimes just kind of not really knowing what to do. Like, you can have a passion and you want to do something, but how to bring all the pieces together. So I would say those were my main challenges.
So Skyler M Style and Wellness. How did you come up with the name?
So got to be a dog lover to appreciate it. So my 14-year-old Cocker Spaniel died in 2019 of cancer. So he was like a baby to me. So that's where the Skyler M came from. And then my legal name is Skyler M Boutique. But then after I started, doing things in my business, I'm like, I want to include this wellness piece. So I did some rebranding recently. So I'm doing business as Skyler M Style and Wellness. But that wellness piece was kind of already in there, but I felt like it made better sense if I changed the name, because some people may say, well, what does a boutique have to do with wellness? So I thought it made good sense to me. So I did some rebranding. Yeah.
If you can expound on that a little bit, because I know before we came on, you were talking about it a little bit about how you align fashion with wellness in your faith. Can you expound on that a little bit and tell us about how you were able to connect all three of those in your business?
Okay, sure. So I think for a lot of women, like when we were talking earlier, most people want to look good and they want to feel good. But we all know that beauty is going to fade. You're going to get some wrinkles, things go out of style. And trends are always changing, but you also have to put just as much focus on your outer appearance as to what's going on with you in the inside. Like I was briefly telling y'all, I was dealing with some depression, some broken relationships, trying to make some decisions and things in life. And then we going through a pandemic, not knowing what happened, it was happening. And I felt like, hey, you need to do some things internally. You need to work on your mental health. Or I was a diabetic at the time, and I started walking like at least 10,000 steps a day during the pandemic. And now I'm down in a normal range. I went from diabetic, pre-diabetic to normal. So and just talking with other women, I was like posting videos of me just walking, and I would put on lipstick, makeup during the pandemic and going out. And I had a lot of women reach out, was like, you're encouraging me because I've just been, in the house depressed. And, my husband's like, fix up, whatever. She was like, so a few of them were like, I'm going to just start fixing up and trying to take better care of myself. So wheels started turning. I felt like it was time in my life to launch with the fashion piece and incorporate the wellness part. Then I am a licensed social worker and I'm an evangelist. So the faith part comes in where it's God's plan for he wants all of us to be well and to be loved and to be happy and healthy. So I'm trying to incorporate all of that in what I do. And I'm still just figuring out along the way. Yeah.
Sometimes being a woman, you have your emotions, they sometimes go up and down and different life things happen. For somebody that is going through maybe a depressive state, what are some, I guess, suggestions or ideas you would say to get them kind of out of that? To maybe, I don't know, I'm thinking about when you say fashion and wellness, maybe, okay, maybe today put on lipstick. Is there any type of suggestions that you would say to someone that's going through something like that?
Sure. So I would say sometimes depends on where they are. Like some people are so depressed that getting out of bed is a struggle. But for most people, if you take the time, get dressed, put your best foot forward, then taking the next step. Like you say, you put on some lipstick, put on some earrings, taking the next step, figuring out what you need to do to become emotionally well. So some people may not know where to begin. So if you're comfortable, you make it run it by some of your friends, like, hey, I've kind of been dealing with these thoughts or things. You got any suggestions? Possibly they can refer you to a counselor, or the church may be offering something, or you can connect with a women's group, or, everybody's following different people on social media with motivational things. Or next step, everybody using a phone. We Googling and searching everything. Well, why not? Just like we take the time strolling through our phone at night, looking at Shein and Temu and Amazon, scroll and see, okay, I'm dealing with these thoughts. What's in my area? Or most places that we work have the employee assistance program where you could get at least 6 free sessions, to start you out in therapy. But I would say, yeah, try to work on this outer piece, but the inner piece is more important. So get dressed, okay, take that piece, but then figure out what you need to do. Take the next step. And a lot of times people don't want the stigma behind, oh, I'm dealing with some mental health challenges, but you are in charge of not only your outer appearance, you have to take care of this. So you got to make it a priority. So you got to do some digging to find out what you need to get what you need. So start with asking questions if you feel comfortable. If not, get on your phone, Google, look, what can I do, and who can I talk to so I can kind of get out of this slump? Because the longer you sit in it, it is not going to get any better. And you can do this piece, the looking good, but that's not going to help you, so we need to put as much priority on both. So I would say just kind of being honest with where you are and doing the research and finding out what you need to do to get help.
How did your love for fashion start?
So my first job was in Myrtle Beach, working in a beachwear store, pressing T-shirts and all that. And during that time, Billy Ray Cyrus, Achy Breaky Heart was popular. And I was like, so I'm dating myself. I'm like, I really love just clothes and putting stuff together and looking. So it's just, that started from like my first job when I was in 9th grade. And I've always loved clothing and purses and shoes. And being honest, I had a problem at a time in my life, was a shopper. I had to get everything in every color, because I said I put so much focus on looking good, but wasn't dealing with other things. So I would say it started from my first job when I first saw those shirts and and saw these clothes and bathing suits. And I was like, I just love this. And I've always wanted to have like a storefront. So that was always my thing.
What goals do you see your business going, or what projects do you see you venturing into in the near future?
So I really would love a storefront. I would like a storefront that functions as a boutique, but then, like I said, I'm a creative person. So I would also like an area in the back where people can come and create. You can upcycle shirts, work on denim jackets, and, also offer just some type workshops and stuff where women can come in, and while we're creating, we could be learning like, okay, how we going to meet these goals, or how we going to stay afloat when we feel like pulling our hair out. So that is one goal. Another goal is I'm in the process of working on it. And I'd like to get a chance to show you guys later. I love subscription boxes and finding all these cute things and putting them together. So I'm working on launching a subscription box right before the holidays with a lot of things I've taken time to put together. So yeah, so like all the things I love, and I just want somebody just to feel special when they open this, like, oh my God, so much thought was put into it. And I would like to see myself doing like more collaborations with others. We're all trying to grow and do things together. And a part of my business, I do like to give back. There are certain charities and things that are near and dear to my heart. And I do give, like a percentage. So as revenue increases, I would want to be doing more charitable giving and just trying to help people. And I would also like, and I guess y'all say she keep adding something else, but I would also like to maybe like a few pop-up events, just kind of bringing women together and just hang out. And, even if I can do something annually and, to give back a part of the proceeds, but just women coming together, looking good and, having a great time, but going away with some information or something that we need. So that is what I see for my future and what I want and my hopes and dreams and things I'm praying about and grinding to try to make happen.
I have a question. It's not even on the list. I had a couple questions. I don't know if you noticed, it wasn't on the list. Somebody that doesn't have any, let's say, what would you say to somebody that doesn't have any fashion sense, but wants to be fashionable? How would you say that they should get started with that?
So they could do two routes. I always say you can always Google, like, okay, you can do these like online assessments or whatever to try to find like your fashion style. And that's something that I offer as well. Or, just kind of chat with your friends if you want to go the free route and like, hey, what do you think? Yeah, like I have no fashion sense whatsoever. Girl, let's go in the store and help me pick out something. And I think just kind of find out what works for you, because each of us have a unique style, and I think you need to embrace it. It might not necessarily go with a trend or anything, but I would say just put some effort in it. Just kind of Google and see if you can do some type fashion assessment, get with your girls and like, okay, let's go shopping, help me put some stuff together and branching out. Like, for years, and I'm sitting up here with these big red lips today, but for years, I would only just wear lip gloss. I never wore lipstick until like just kind of out with girlfriends one day. And they was like, hey, let's try on some lipstick. Went to visit my cousin and I was like, that kind of looks cute, so just kind of branching out and researching and connecting with other women. Or you could do the route where you actually pay a stylist to try to help style you. But I always say if you can go free first, do that and then just keep going up from there.
When you said the red lips, I thought about our first brand photo shoot, and our theme was like African, attire. And I don't know how we got with red lips, but I don't know, we both had it on and we were like, we don't wear red lipstick, and we didn't like it. But when we looked at the pictures, it was like, wow, they look great.
Beautiful.
I think it was set in our destiny because my mom loves red, and so did my grandma.
That's true.
So y'all had to come through with the red lips, okay?
Yeah, it was not like a fan favorite, even red nails, but it just it's becoming a thing now. So I understand about lipstick. I just started wearing lipstick this year. So I never before it was lip gloss.
Yeah, that was me. I'm a lip gloss girl. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a rite of passage.
Yeah.
But I would ask this too. I think you hit on so many different things because I grew up around my grandmother and they were the generation that you before you stepped outside the house, you had to look a certain type of way. You had to. And so it represent how everything was. But then at the same time, even people that seemed like they were well put together, sometimes everything wasn't right, if that makes sense. And so, how do you address those situations with people that you know that there may be, like, for instance, there may be a distinction or a line between the way they present themselves versus the way they're dealing with their emotions and mentally? How do you handle that?
For me, just me trying to be real and authentic and letting that come off, when you're talking with people, working with people, and creating a safe space, safe environment for a person to, as sometimes we say, like, take the mask off. Like, you look like me. I was presenting very well. And not many people knew the things that were going on. But I would say kind of handle it with love, care, and compassion. And you have to, be discerning, is this the right time for me to have this conversation with her? Or how can I, start talking to her more about, because some people just constantly gonna come to you looking, looking for something to look good, smell good, feel good, but they're not really forthcoming. A person will come to you quicker and say, hey, I'm thinking of changing my hairstyle, and then saying, well, I'm having problems at home with my husband, or, I'm struggling to get up every day. So I would say just more of being available, true, authentic, providing a safe space, a place for them, and just kind of making it, not in a way that is off-putting to people, but like most of us know, like, okay, I can go to Tasha or whoever and talk to if I'm having an issue. So I would just say be there, be authentic, and allowing women and people to know, like, hey, you can count on me if you need help with X, Y, and Z. So that's kind of what I've tried to do. Like when I do vendor events and stuff, most of the time somebody's going to start talking to me about something personal. I think because I'm approachable, and I'm not just trying to sell you a product, or whatever. Like, I genuinely care about people. Yeah, I'm in a business, and we want to, but that's not the ultimate goal of it. So I would just say being authentic and just providing a space, and for people to be honest and get what they need from you. Or if you can't get it from me, I can refer you to somebody or connect you with someone. But and then non-judgmental, because sometimes women, we can be so judgy, or like, God, I thought she was this, but if a person feels they can come to you in confidence and not be judged, I think, that speaks volume and could help in that situation.
Going into this, do you have any products that you would like to show us, or any pieces?
I do. So, like I say, I'm a crafter. So pretty popular with
Oh, pretty.
people doing the yarn earrings, and then now
Yes.
I add this African cloth around it. So I do make some earrings, and I saw this new trend on TikTok just in time for breast cancer awareness. So I'm making what they call the junk sock, the charm socks. So
Oh,
people are wearing these charm socks. So, making these, crafting these, so we putting those out. And then, I do t-shirts as well. So t-shirt, doing some matching glass cans. These are pretty popular now, to iced coffee and all these things. So just trying to help people put things together, and trying to make it easy for people. Like you said, some people don't have fashion sense. So I think that's another thing I'm trying to do with these boxes. So a custom box is coming in, but I just kind of wanted to show y'all today. So just putting, so here is like a week's worth of prompts, and that the woman could walk through, like, hey, what, working on your mental health or whatever, a week's worth of prompts. I have like the fuzzy socks, some matching earrings. It's a t-shirt under here for all those who are kind of crafty. This journal is sorry, it's trying to hold it with one hand and show it, but this journal you can actually put a cross stitch a heart on it, a little project, this fall box. And then I have like this motivational thing you could put on your desk. Got the sentence candle. This is a sweet orange and chili. I do make body butters. And it has a t-shirt in here. So also offering, just like some discounts on style consulting or some wellness sessions with me. So and I also do some custom jackets, different things. So thank you for allowing me to show you the things I do. But I love creating and I love cute blingy things, as you could tell from those songs.
Oh, we love them too.
We love them too, yeah.
I like bling. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah.
And if I can see the shirt again, can you hold up the shirt again for me?
All right, let me
I
get
seen like the top of it, but I wanted to
it's so good, but let me give you the full experience of it. So I think this could be twofold. It could be worn during breast cancer awareness. So it says that
I like that.
God good. And then I could do it in coffee mug, tumbler. So, and then the matching. So I think you could do that for breast cancer and then you could wear it beyond that. So I thought that was so cute because I like girly girl stuff. But,
Mhm.
I do too. That is awesome.
I like
And
that.
as for your subscription boxes, anybody that's interested, will they be able to customize them? Because you were speaking on that earlier a little bit, that they can customize the boxes. What ways
Yes.
can they customize them, or what ways have you done it before?
So I haven't launched it yet, so that's still kind of behind the scenes, but I do want it where you can customize it from, if you want, from 2 to 6 products. So for your girlfriend, she may be a coffee drinker, so you may want a mug, you want some smell goods, you want a sweet treat, or for your supervisor, they may be a t-shirt person, whatever. So I do want, I'll have to do some modifications to the website and stuff where you can select and customize a box. And then I'll have certain theme boxes, like this particular one right here. Like I said, I have a custom box coming in. So this is more of like a fall theme box. So I have a theme box. And then for somebody's birthday or somebody needs a pick-me-up, and I'm working on some ideas, just kind of like a wellness box, with some information in there about how to prevent type 2 diabetes, or meditating, on the word of God or something good, or how do you, handle your emotions when you're dealing with a tough time. So I was going to add resources and stuff. So it has to be just some modifications I will have to make to my website, but it's still in the works. But I will be launching a fall box soon and try to have theme boxes.
That is so awesome. I
Yes.
love that. And I love them tassel earrings, so I may be
Me
in
too.
touch with
I
you
know.
after.
I'm like, yeah, now I gotta go on the website.
So cute. Yeah.
I was like, the first day you showed, I was like, ooh, let me see some.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy making those because I saw most people with the tassel earrings. So I was like, he adds wood accent and this African cloth,
And
sometimes.
she did her research. That's our colors.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. Would you say that crafting and putting these pieces together, would you say that's therapeutic for you?
It is. And it's funny you would say that. Someone asked me that at a vending event today because I had just only like 2 pair that I made, and the rest, were that I bought wholesale or whatever. And I need to get back to that more because that really is like, I really can get lost in arts and crafts and stuff because I think that is a way that I can reflect, I can decompress, but the end product could be something that not only I enjoy, someone else. So yes, it is 100%. If I could leave my job today and pick something I would do, I would have that storefront, like I said, and I would be in the back crafting and just enjoying seeing other people craft. And I'm one of those family members, Christmas time, oh, let's make ornaments, let's do this. And most of my family's like, you know what? But I like crafts. I really do. I really do. I love it. Yeah.
Awesome. And I pray and I touch and agree with you. You get that storefront because that's awesome what you're doing with the subscription boxes, with the crafts. All that is awesome. So we usually we cannot end an interview unless Nicole has some more other questions. Do you
No,
have any? Okay.
I put 5 extra questions that wasn't even on here.
Oh, I didn't know because you'll find that when we do interviews, we have the questions as an outline, but as the conversations go on, we may add others too. But we cannot end this interview without asking you this question. We ask everybody that comes on with us, what are 3 words that can describe um your vision for your business and what you want people to take from it? 3 words that you would use to describe that, and why would you choose to have them, or why would you use those words?
I would say shine, grow, and keep going. Well, keep going is 2 words, but shine, grow. What is, I'm trying to think of another word for keep going. Every word I'm thinking is 2 words. I was about to say move forward. Okay, prosper. How about this? Shine, grow, and prosper. And I think just for a lot of women, it's time to shine. Like you need to shine inside out, and grow. We always need to be growing. If you get stagnant, that's not a good place. So you always need to be growing and prosper. You know, it's the will of God for us to prosper. And whatever that prosperity may mean, that don't necessarily mean you will be a millionaire, but you could prosper in your business. You could prosper in your career, whatever. But I think those would be the 3 words. Yeah.
If anyone's interested in following you, reaching you, contacting you about subscription boxes, a pair of tassel earrings like I'm going to.
Yeah, I'm gonna get those earrings. I hope there's enough because they're not gonna be sold
Yeah.
out.
Oh, yeah. I can make them.
How would they reach you?
So you can find me on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at Skyler MSC. I do have a website. It's under construction, working on it, but it is www.skylerm.com. So you can reach me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook at Skyler MSC. My website is www.skylerm.com. So, and subscribe, connect with me, and stay in touch. Yeah.
Well, you guys heard it first. We have Miss Yolanda McCray with us. And again, we wish you all the most and pray much success over your business because she's doing great things. Check out the subscription boxes, check out her social media on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and her website. And we'll also provide it too in the content below once we go ahead and air this on our YouTube channel. Again, thank you for joining us for another feature, and we hope to see you again. Remember, like, tag, and share. Not only for us, Gullah Business of Charleston, but also to Miss Yolanda McCray's page. It's Skyler M Fashion. Thank you again.